Welcome back to another video. This video is going to be for the analysis on Tuesday, right after Monday's close. It's an interesting price action for today. Let's take a look. On the indices, it is clear that right now we are trading within Friday's range. Monday did not break out of Friday's range. It did not take out Friday's high whatsoever. So I'm expecting further consolidation because we don't have news drivers today on Tuesday. The earliest rate folder news driver that we're going to get is on Wednesday 8:30 PPI numbers, and then after that on Thursday CPI. So there is a very high probability of consolidation market profile today, and I am going to treat it as such. I will not be anticipating external liquidities to be attacked for today. I'm only expecting internal range liquidities to be met, for example session highs and lows. Over here we can clearly see that Dow Jones has taken out the previous day's high with this first hourly candle in Asia, and right now we are forming SMT on the highs as well with YM. And then I would be looking to take out the lows over here for Nasdaq if possible, because as I've mentioned, we're looking for consolidation profile, we're not looking for expansion profiles. So even though it's SMT on the lows when you compare it with ES, but I think the SMT for this particular move is not trustworthy enough for me. If we take a look at the 15 minutes and then we look at the candle that formed the SMT right here, this was the candle that purged the previous session's low for ES, and then Nasdaq is this candle, and then it formed a second stage SMT after taking out the previous session's low, trading higher again. While we're trading higher, Nasdaq actually traded into 50% as well as taking out this low before trading higher again. So if we are going to continue to push higher, this low, which is right now the Asia's low, should be a protected low. So at any point in time we come back into the range and take out this low right here, I would naturally going to expect that we are going to reverse downwards into the previous session's low right here, the PM session's low, and then we might as well just take out the equal lows during the AM session as well, between the AM and the London session over here. Therefore, as long as we can stay below this high for Nasdaq, I think the odds of going lower is higher as compared to the odds of going higher to take out the previous day's high. That's the analysis for the indices. We're gonna look to see how price responds to this expansion higher over here, and do we keep forming SMTs, especially for the next session, which is going to begin in an hour or so during the London with the midnight open. Do we take out Asia's high and then form some sort of SMT between Asia and London? That remains to be seen. And then do we stay within the Asia's range, or do we expand away from Asia's range? That also needs to be evaluated as well. Therefore, right now, if I'm going to force buyers, I'm going to be bearish on Nasdaq, and I would look to take a short position on Nasdaq provided that my entry is above the midnight open. Taking a look at the Forex on the daily time frame, we have finally closed below this range low over here that we have been trading for the past few weeks for dollar index, and for euro as well. We are closing above this low right here. Therefore, I think we can start to see the expansion higher, and we are not likely to trade back into this level right here today. We're not looking to take out Monday's low. We're looking to take out the highs on Tuesday and Wednesday, and probably CPI is going to provide the retracement for the month to go higher to take out this high. So right now we're still really bullish on euro, and since we don't really expect Monday's low to be taken due to the fact that we have closed above the range, and naturally we don't want to see it come back or see it trade back into the range, right? Because if it trades back into the range, then we are back to consolidation profile. So jumping over to the 4 hours, we don't really have any swing lows to work with within Monday. We only have the Monday's low to work with, so this is going to be a little bit tricky over here if we're going to wait for the 4 hours PD array, which is what I usually do, because I don't really want to go down into the lower time frames. Anything lower than 15 minutes for Forex is it's kind of hard to read market structure because there's just a lot of gaps, especially during the London session. That's just my personal opinion. Like, let's just say over here there's this multiple highs. I can't even call it a swing high on 5 minutes, and then over here as well, if you take a look at the swing lows, it's just a little bit harder to read, especially for British pound over here. So which is why I usually just stick to the 15 minutes. As you can see, the swing highs and lows are more pronounced, more easier to read. So without going into the lower time frames, I'm just gonna take and work with the 1 hour for now, but I'm not going to base my execution on the 1 hour, just to let you know. Alright, so on the 1 hour on euro, there is no swing lows, or should I say no stop hunts, except for maybe this level here. There might be SMT. Let me just take a look. Alright, no SMT as well. So I can't find a protected low to work with on the 1 hour. However, if you take a look at the dollar, there's actually a swing high over here which price has attacked before. And if we take a look at the British pound, there's also a swing low that price has worked with before. It's just that for this time right here, between 10 and 11, when we take a look at euro, there is no swing lows. So it's very hard for me to work with information like this. I would prefer the markets to be in sync in terms of market structure. Therefore, I find it very difficult to trust this swing low right here as the protected low, as I would if I would be utilizing the British, if I would be trading the British futures, then I would be able to trust this low. But right now we have a asymmetry in the market structure over here, so I'm going to be playing it with a little bit more caution. So over here, from this low to this high, we have our mini lower time frame dealing range that we can potentially work with to continue to trade higher. So this is just one of the things that I would consider, but obviously I wouldn't be using this because it's just too much room for this low to fail. I mean, that's just my opinion. It's a Monday, it's Tuesday, and we have an expansion on Monday, so it's probably going to be an accumulation day for a range to be formed in order to generate buy side and sell side for the Wednesday's news or for Thursday's CPI. Alright, so right now, even though the draw is easier to be seen on euro, I think I'm just going to skip on trading forex today, and my focus will be on indices. And that's it for this short little update over here. Hope you enjoyed this, and I will talk to you again. Good luck trading. Signing out right now.